Good day, my loves. Good day, good day, good day. I hope you are well. I am sending you guys so much love, peace of mind. And if you're finding it a difficult time to find love in your heart, I completely understand, understand, and overstand. Hey, my loves. This is Fiercely Savage here, just with another aha moment. I'm sitting outside. It's what? I don't even know. Let me see. It's 9:34 and it's March 16th. And it's a rainy day on the East Coast, Southern Hemisphere. It's a rainy day. And today's the first day that I'm sober. And so yesterday I had a little meltdown. Wasn't a little meltdown, it was just me getting rid of bottled up emotions, right? And so this message is to let you know that I understand, overstand, and understand how difficult it is when God asks you to do something and it doesn't sit right with you. And I can only the quote from the Bible that I keep getting is Lot. Remember when God told Lot that he had to go somewhere? I'm paraphrasing, so don't quote me. It's early. Remember when God said that Lot had to go? He had a mission. He had a destiny. And God said, you need to go, but your family can't come with you. You need to go. Don't look back. I kind of feel like that's the predicament I'm in. We all want everybody we love to be as knowledgeable as us, to be in as in tune as we are, and we still working on ourselves, right? We still working on ourselves, so we ain't all of that because we still got stuff to do. But the knowledge that we do learn, we try to impart it on to the people that are around us, and that could be any number of people. If you don't have any um, family, it could be your friends, it could be your surrogate, it could be whatever. But you're trying to impart your wisdom onto some people that may not be ready or is not supposed to be in this lifetime. And that's one thing that I'm grappling with, because I was raised a certain kind of way. But it doesn't seem like everybody I'm connected to was raised that same way, even though we were together. And so, again, I've tried. And I know God was like, you just don't give up, huh? You just don't give up. And it's not that I don't give up. It's that, it's like, to me, it's like so simple. It's 1 + 1 is 2. But everybody else doesn't think that way. And so, if y'all watch any of my other 399 videos, you'll see where I have been trying, like, my entire life, for the people that I come in contact with to see God, to feel God, to enter over and understand that God does exist, the Most High, the Creator. That's where magic comes from. And I think why I was caught in this loop in trying, even though all the feedback and the evidence was like, no, we don't want it. No, we don't like your kind. Like, that's the treatment that I've gotten, right? And it's still that way. It's still that way. I even imparted information to see, okay, and it was all calculated because I wanted to understand and overstand and understand. And I thank God for grace. Because God's been telling me to walk away. I've walked away twice, but I always kept being called back. That's because of black magic. But I know black magic doesn't have an effect on me right now. Right now, I'm struggling with my own self. And my idea of loyalty. But how can I have an idea of loyalty to those who are not loyal to me? You see the conundrum? Do you see the issue? Do you see the problem there? And mind you, I've not had to ask nobody for much of anything. But I got a response yesterday. And all I said was okay. That's all I said. And so this message is for you who are feeling, and for myself as well, because I'm speaking to myself, but I'm giving you guys the message as I'm giving it to myself. When you come to grips with the folks that can't come with you, and I've been trying, like I literally have. I had a conversation, and one of my nephews, and I can tell the difference. I can tell between the spirit world and the 3D world, and his spirit was speaking to me, and my glasses keep fogging up. But at a certain point, you're going to have to stop being loyal. And I struggled with it because it was like, I don't want people to change who I am. I don't want to change who I am for people. And it's not changing who you are. You're just holding on to that energy for people who are deserving of it and who can reciprocate. Because I'm telling you right now, the more you pour into people, and the Bible says it, but it takes us humans a minute to comprehend it because we're so filled with emotional ties and energetic cords and, bondage and all kinds of things going on. But yesterday I got my answer, which is why today I am one day sober. I don't know why it takes me that long to look at people and to see what they doing to me and feel a certain kind. I don't know why it takes that long. Why? I watched it. I imparted wisdom on to a blood relative as a way to be like, as I always have. They haven't told me anything. And I've asked everybody in this family, well, why haven't you done it? I did it for y'all. Or why didn't you say I did it for y'all? And I promise y'all, that's when I know it's MK Ultra. And I'm no longer bound by it. Because I'm like, I did it for y'all though. And they remember. I'll get tears. But it's always followed by, I don't know. I don't even know. I didn't even think about it. Everybody and their mama and my mama just said because I ain't think about it. So what does that say, right? What does that say? That you didn't think about it. So you don't think about me, basically, is what you're saying. You've not thought about me, the person who has helped you out, the person who has nurtured and cared for you, the person who was like down like 4 flat tires. You have not thought about me. Okay. So let this be a lesson for y'all too. Don't take as long as I am, okay? That is what this message is about. Don't take as long as I am. to put yourself first and to have value in yourself first. Don't. If they haven't done it for you already, my love, they are not going to do it. People don't change their stripes overnight. It didn't take you overnight to change now, did it? So you can't expect that from somebody else. So what they are showing you now is who they are until God finishes with them. So I'm going to take a break. I don't know how long, probably a small one, just so I can acclimate this new energy that I'm feeling and to I was about to say dissect what I'm thinking, but I don't even want to do that. I just want to be. I just want to be. It's hard to just be when you're around nothing but negativity. I was doing it my whole life, unbeknownst to me. But now that I know, it's more difficult. How is that possible? How, Sway? Yesterday, I wanted to crawl out my skin. Yesterday, as the tears fell, I was like, I just screamed out. It was one of them guttural screams, too. I said something, and I was talking to God. But I'm pretty sure the whole house and the neighborhood heard me. I felt better after I screamed out. So today's the first day. I will include you guys in on my journey. Parts of it. You know, we gotta have some sort of mystery. I just want to heal, y'all. And yesterday, as I was crying, I had to talk to myself because it was really my 15-year-old self, and she was literally about to have a panic attack. But we calmed her down. I had been talking to her all day, and I told her she needed to self-soothe herself. She needed to figure it out. And she did good all day. But like 12:08, we had to intervene. And today we are all good. But I've watched YouTube for 3 consecutive years now. Just looking, trying to find an answer, which can only be found on the inside of me. But I did gather a lot of information that was pertinent and that I needed. But now the questions that I have, the answers can only be found on the inside. And I've gone inside before. And what I found was beautiful. But I wouldn't be keeping it 1,000 if I didn't say that I am a little nervous this time around. Because I do know that there is a trauma associated with these 2 last addictions that I've been fighting. And I'm kind of scared about what that addiction is. Or what that, not the addiction, but what the trauma is. Because I feel like it's sexual in nature. And for some reason, these past 2 days, I've had a couple of memories that come back that I had forgotten. So yeah, I'm a little nervous. But I do know no matter what, I am prepared for it. I am protected. And it's something I need to know in order to heal and grow. And it's past. I can mourn the loss of the innocence of that time, but I do not have to relive, especially since I forgot. So that's what I am struggling with currently. I ask God for the answer, and slowly but surely, I'm getting it. I just want to know the truth about myself, as you guys do. I know you want to know the truth about who you are, your past. I know you do. I do. But it won't come until we're ready to face the answers. And I know for me, I know I want to be sober. I can't lie, it's difficult being sober in this house with all these feelings and emotions and knowing who I'm surrounded by. It's easy to want to escape. So easy. But escaping doesn't help me. Well, it kind of does, but not in the long run, not in the end game. The end game, it won't help me. And it won't help you either. That's the only reason why I'm telling you my business. It's because if you are not now, then soon you will be faced with what I'm dealing with. I don't know if it will be exactly the same because I am alone, but I'm not alone. I'm alone in the physical sense, but in the spirit world, I have an army. I have a legion. But when you're going through something, you want that physical contact. Yesterday, I wanted a hug. I haven't had that urge or feeling in a long time. And I think the last time I spoke about wanting a hug, I told you guys that I have a blanket that I crocheted, and I crocheted it so tight that it's so heavy that it feels like a weight. It feels like a pressure. I didn't have to get that out. I just felt the desire for a hug and realized I haven't had one in a while. I was dragging my feet about obeying God's word because I was still trying to drag people with me, trying to get them to see. Like, hey, I just shared some pertinent information with you, and so, you can do the same thing. Negative. Negative. But I have compassion because I know that their thoughts are not their own. Just like mine weren't my own. Just like yours aren't your own. Something infiltrated your mind. Who has access to our time of birth and birth dates right off the rip? Who? So even though I am looking at the agents around me, they are not the orchestrators. They are the facilitators, but they didn't orchestrate this. They helped, but they didn't orchestrate this. Who orchestrated this? Who's been using my spiritual gifts? Who's known? And from what I've gathered and what I've taken notice of, the government, somebody don't want me to say that, the government, I'll find a code word for them so they don't be stopping my feed and stuff, but the government, the United States government, the powers that be, they've had their foot in the spirit world since they've came about. If you have your ancestral history intact, then they know. And they've been using it against us this entire time. They've been using the knowledge, the occult knowledge, the spiritual knowledge, religion, to their advantage this entire time. And draining us and killing us intentionally. And having us go against the 108 laws of the universe, which will have us in hot water with the Most High. We are cursing ourselves, unbeknownst to us, by the things that the government had us do, like eating meat, like helping narcissistic, evil people, like living underneath the umbrella of religion and family. No. Your family is your spiritual family, not the family you are born in. You may have been born into a family of demons, like me. So you know you're not spiritually yoked. You can look at your history with your folks that are around you and know that you are not the same. How, Sway? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't answer that for you. I know that I'm different, though. I know I'm different. I've known it my whole life. But how? I don't know. I have no clue. And I've said this so many times to you guys, which is why I felt it was important for me to always be honest about what I'm struggling with, because I know it to be true. But to put it into practice is a little bit more difficult. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm learning how to put it into practice. I do it and then I slide back. I do it and then I slide back. Because as an empath, you feel as if you're hurting someone. But you're not hurting them. You're not feeling that. You're feeling their pain from you withdrawing your energy. That's what you're feeling when you feel their pain, when you put yourself first, when you tend to your own business, when you mind the business that pays you, when you keep your mouth closed, when you keep your energy and everything to yourself, meaning you allow things to be that do not affect you. But my thinking was, I'm in this house. My energy is powerful. So how about I just be so positive that I just change the energy of the house? Baby, you are powerful, but you are not that powerful, especially when they're demons. And they don't want to heal. Now, the spirit may not want to heal. The person, the avatar may want to, but they don't know how to. And their spirit, you have to stop looking at their faces. You have to look beyond their face and look into their spirit. And their spirit comes through from their actions and the words that they say. So you have to be consciously aware to listen and to watch, to read in between the lines. Because the avatar will tell you, I love you, but then turn around and do some effed up stuff to you. That does not equal love. And that's a conflict. You can't say I love you from your mouth, but your actions show you really hate me and you're envious and you don't want me to succeed. When people don't help you, they really want you to fail. You hear me? If people have the knowledge to help you and to assist you, and they don't give it to you, that is because they want you to fail. They do not want you to succeed. And that is something I am learning and inner over and understanding now. But I was so brainwashed and indoctrinated with religion and family BS. And it's not BS. It's only BS when it's not reciprocated. Family is not always blood related. I didn't know that. So I really don't know what y'all gonna get because I am sober. And I remember when I was sober for the 2 months and I had so much fun, but this is a different type of awareness now. And I don't know what shall come, but I do know I'll have more peace. It's difficult for me though to mind my business, y'all. I'm just being completely honest. It is so difficult for me to mind my business. If I see something, I want to do it. If I see something, I want to say something. Just already this morning, I seen 5 things that I wanted to say something about, but had to hold it. And then I had to talk to myself. Are you allowing this to change who you are as a person? No. I'm just allowing my energy to rest within me. And then when it's time to give it out, I will give it out to where it's appreciated and reciprocated. But if you take a look, the people around you don't want your information anyway. They don't want your help. They want your help so they can copy you and so they can emulate you and then not give you credit. But they don't want your information because it goes against what they want to do in their life. They don't want your information. They don't want your information on how to eat right and why it's important to eat right and what it does to your body and your mind and your spirit. They don't want that. They don't want your information. They don't want to know that they are not who they think they are. They don't want to know that. They don't want to know that. They don't want to know that. So why are you still doing it? But this time around, I talk to everybody. Again, I don't know how many times I done had a separate conversation with everybody like, why I did it for y'all, why you ain't do it for me? And everybody said, I don't know. I got tears from a few people. I got, well, when you ask me, I do it. But it's begrudgingly, because when you ask, you see the whole shift in their personality and in their body language, because they really don't want you to ask. They say that in hopes that you don't ask, but when you do ask, you'll see the reality in them. Or they'll lie and say they don't have it. And so I caught one yesterday, was like, well, why, if I said if you didn't want to give it to me, all you had to do was just say no. And it was, I did. I said, no, you didn't. You told me you didn't have it. And then he corrects himself and say, well, I don't have it to give. And I said, okay. But he looked to see if I could see what we was talking about first before he responded, not knowing I had already seen it earlier that day. When I asked, I didn't see it then. I was just asking. And then as I was leaving, I saw it. And so in my spirit, it was like, look, it was like, don't say nothing, but I have to defend myself and I want the honest truth. But I wasn't going to go like, why'd you lie and all that. No. I just said, well, if you didn't want to give it to me, then you could say no. Said I did. I said, no, you didn't. And you lied and said I didn't have it. You lied and said you don't have it. Then he said, I don't have it to give. I said, okay. Now, I've used that phrase, I don't have it to give. But I've only used it, anyway, that we're not talking about me right now. So now I'm just focusing on me. And I've said that to y'all a bunch of times, but it seems like I always slide backwards and try and bring some folks along with me. Which stunts my growth. I've been sitting here since 2016, y'all. 2019 without a job. Y'all know I'm tired. I don't know how long you've been sitting where you sitting. Healing trauma. I will have to say that I am blessed and I am lucky though. Because I don't have any children to undo. I'm already learning how to undo myself. If I had children, oh my goodness. Lucky and I are doing just fine. But today I'm sober. How do I feel? I feel like I want to escape, just to be honest. And what am I escaping? Trying to escape the feelings of neglect. Trying to escape the feelings of not being nurtured, cared for, loved.